Hey guys, what is up? It's me, Lori from Tiori, and today we're gonna be playing Nusantara, and whew, is the tensions high. This is probably gonna be the final episode, cause it's time to go to war. At the break of dawn, we had gathered at Loma's entrance. There were avian warriors ready with bows and spears just behind us. Was it 200? 3? I couldn't be so sure, but the sight was truly intimidating. Beside me, Rexha had chosen to ignore the stares of curious and worried avian warriors. His attention was focused on the forest ahead, looking impatient to go. All warriors ready to deploy, sir. At those words, Mitra nodded. His face was pulled taut. Yuta threw a glance at us and frowned when he saw me with my hair down. Oi, twerp. You sure you want to go out there with your hair like that? It's not gonna be pretty. Whoa, I totally forgot about it. Sorry, my mind is on something else. Well, whatever it is, you better finish it now or never. You're not gonna survive the battlefield with your head in the clouds. Yuta growled and I smiled apologetically to him. My eyes flicked to Rexha and I tugged at his hands to follow me. What is it? I'd spent a lot of time last night thinking about what I should do. Rexha probably won't appreciate this, but I'd rather have him angry with me than regretting it later. I give him the pink crystal. Definitely what I'm doing. Here. Rexha's eyes widened when he saw what I just gave him. Tamara. I insisted and pushed it back at him when he protested. Take it. It will protect you. Don't be stupid. We'll stick with the original plan. I distract Purba and you destroy the blessing. You're the one who holds the pink crystal, not me. I think it would be better if it was in your hands. Your leg didn't get battered, right? I don't want you to get killed. For goodness or goddess sake. Tamara, stop being stubborn. This is the only thing that can destroy the blue crystal, and you're giving it to me for protection? Rexha snarled in frustration, but I stood my ground. You have a better chance at using this thing than me. We'll just improvise as we go. Woman, do you hear yourself? You are not in any position to propose any mad ideas. You are weak enough as it is. Excuse me? I've been training with you for 2 weeks, Tamara. 2 weeks. 2 weeks does not make you a warrior. Yeah, Rexha, I agree. You are still weaker than any average Komodo. If anything, you should need its pink crystal more than me. I can take care of myself just fine. I'm the chosen one. I can't always depend on you. At these words, Rexha bared his fangs, his anger welling into a growl that rumbled in his throat. Even though you're the chosen one, you are still only a human. And humans are weak. You cannot fly and your skin cannot break the slightest impact. Not like mine. Wait, I have a question. Is there any humans in this world? I'm like, how do they even know about humans? I thought it was Komodos and the avians. Goodness or goddess, even your teeth are dull. Do you even realize how weak a human is compared to an avian or a Komodo? Rexha, and how do you expect me to trust you when you have jumped in front of danger multiple times? If you would just... Damn it, Tamara, I'm not finished yet. Shut up. Wait, what? Oh, I'm speechless. Rexha shot forward, and I thought my heart would stop beating when he captured my lips in his, crushing them almost painfully against mine. His body slammed me against a tree, effectively trapping my smaller form between him and the trunk. With both of his hands on my sides, there was no way for me to escape. He was so close. I could feel his heat, his scent surrounding me, and heard the low rumble of satisfied and possessive growl through his throat. Our bodies meshed together, and I couldn't think about anything. Thoughts about our earlier argument left my mind. I gasped breathlessly when he broke the kiss and nipped at my lower lip. I can't lose you. I cannot lose you. Not when you have become someone so important to me. You are mine. Mine. He whispered while claiming my lips once again. It took me a few moments before I regained my composure to push him away. Oh, that's so cute. But the funniest thing, I'm thinking of a funny story my friend told me about her dream, and whoo, I wish I could tell you guys. We can't, Rexha growled. And why not? Because I'm going home. Not if I can help it. Rexha? You won't get rid of me that easily, Tamara. And I only play for keeps. I was stumped. Maybe happy that we were mutually attracted to each other, but on the other side, this would make it harder for me to leave him. Well, we'll talk about this later. We have more important matters to deal with. I forced myself to push him away again. Rexha was clearly displeased, but I wouldn't let him control me. My decision would be my own when the time comes. It took us a while to somehow regain our composure. Awkwardness and all. Now, will you accept this or not? I gestured to the pink crystal. I will only accept on one condition, and that is, you have to follow my plan accordingly. Gotcha. What? Are you really sure that's gonna work? Take it or leave it. And of course, I won't know what it is until it actually happens. Great. With my plan, your safety will be at least guaranteed. I won't take the pink crystal any other way. He regarded me with a cold expression, not giving me any kind of room to argue. He just had to have the final say, didn't he? Alright, I'll follow your plan. Finally reaching an agreement, we walked back to where Mitra and Yuta waited for us. Finish already? Enemy sighted. The cry was passed down through the crowd until a lone avian, who I suppose sounded the warning, came to Mitra's side and gave him his report. Mitra closed his eyes for a moment before his strong and powerful voice pierced the air. The end is near. Warriors, have faith in so the wind guides your arrows true, and your spears tear through the enemy's hearts. O merciful goddess of fate, may you guide and protect us. May you guide and protect us. The warriors joined in the voice with Mitra's, creating a booming resonance that shook the ground. Before long, a war horn was sounded. Guess this is time. We threaded through the thick forest as discreetly as we could, ducking every once in a while to avoid unnecessary encounters. Against the forest, we could only hear the sounds of war cries, blades clashing from afar, and the Komodos certainly didn't waste any time to use their explosives. I bit my lip when I imagined what might have happened on the other side. Sometimes I could partially see or hear what was happening around us, but it was hard to ignore. Give up. Your birds won't stand a chance against Sir Purba's power. As if. We avians have the final laugh. Yeah, talking during a battlefield, very effective. Rexha ushered me to move faster when I paused unconsciously in my track. We swept through the thick curtain of trees until we finally arrived at our destination. You've got to be kidding me. Our cave turned out to be a secret path to Langnadar. Rexha and I shared a dry look. Wait, I thought we already knew this. Alright, this is where we part. Oh, shoot. Shit, they're here already. Tamara. I was suddenly grabbed from behind. A Komodo warrior had snuck behind me, but fortunately, he didn't bring any sharp object to my throat, only a whip. I can do this. Remembering some of Yuta's lesson, I stomped hard on the warrior's pinky toe. He yelped, and when his hold loosened enough, I slammed my elbow to his solar plexus and swung my fist to his face, so I was good. His face snapped up from the force, and he finally released me completely. I ran back to Rexha's side at once. I see you improved. I have a good teacher. No time for dilly-dally. Go now. We'll hold them back. Good luck. Rexha nodded at Mitra and then pulled me to get inside the cave. And guys, I'm not going to stop at 15 minutes. I'm going to go on until we finish this game, no matter how long it is. Shouldn't we help them? They should be more than capable. Besides, we have more to worry about. Run! I know, I feel super excited. You can tell my voice. Faster. Don't look back. Keep running. Great, the cave's falling apart. Wonderful. We made it. I laughed. We made it, Rexha. We showed those stupid... No time for celebrating, Tamara. Rexha? He was not here. Rexha? Rexha? Fearing for the worst, I ran back to the cave. Oh, shoot. But what awaits me inside was only a wall of stone. The ceiling half caved in and the path was completely closed off. Panic was starting to bubble and I struggled to calm it down. He couldn't be buried under those, right? With trembling hands, I began moving the stones. Rexha? If you're in here, please answer me. Rexha! Be quiet. I'm on the other side. I breathed out a long sigh of relief. You scared me. Are you alright? I thought Komodos were faster than us. It's nothing worth mentioning. I'll have to look for another route. Stay there, Tamara. Don't move. Yeah, alright. I'll wait. It gave me a scare to even think about him getting buried alive under those rubbles. But everything should be fine now, right? I hope. Looking left and right, the dead forest was suspiciously quiet. But I let my guard down when I saw no one was around. I was about to hide under a thick bush when a shadow came up and stepped into sight. It was Purba, obviously. I thought I smelled something delicious, and look what I found. A cute little mouse sniffing around again. To face Purba so soon was a nightmare come true. Frantic, my eyes immediately darted left and right for any possible escape route. It might be a futile effort since I knew Purba was much faster than me, but I couldn't just give up. There. When I found one, I bolted towards it, but yeah, he didn't let me out so easily. I went crashing to a solid body and was knocked backward. Oh no. Things were not looking good for me. Behind me was a closed-off cave. On either side of me were Komodo warriors ready to pounce whenever given the order, and ahead was Purba. I was stuck. The warriors gave me a look of hunger and grinned barbarically while licking their teeth. They reminded me of rabid, giggling hyenas. Boys, are you hungry? Purba took delicate slow steps forwards, and I inched back until my back was against a wall of stone. Great. A whip was raised and I braced myself for the inevitable pain. Rexha somehow found an escape route. Rexha, thank you so much. Relief flooded me beyond measures. He was covered in a light sheen of sweat, and his body was heavy with exhaustion, as if he had just ran a marathon. I reached out to him with one hand, and he immediately shoved me behind him. His right hand was clutching the whip so hard that it turned white, while the other one was touching me as if to make sure I was still there. Well, well, look who's here. You finally brought her to me by yourself. I didn't bring her to hand her over to you. I see. Then why is she here? She's here so she can witness your final defeat. Psh. Did you hear that? All the warriors surrounding us roared with laughter along with Purba. You think you can defeat me? Have you forgotten? You don't stand a chance against me anymore. How foolish can you be? No, you're the one who doesn't understand. I don't think I will defeat you. I know I will. Their laughter decreased when they heard Rex's unwavering voice. Burning crimson eyes drilled into hard emerald ones. I'll make you eat those words. I'll be waiting in Lang Nadar. Let us finish this from where we started. Oh, we're not eating then? You can eat the girl after I defeat him. With one final glare. Purba clicked his fingers and they all went further into the forest, leaving us behind. Rexha waited until their footsteps had faded before relaxing his stance to let out a long sigh. Your decision to give me the pink crystal was right. I blinked, not really sure where he was going. When we got separated, it showed me images of you getting attacked. It even guided me to you. Without it, I don't think I would have arrived in time. Wow, really? I didn't know it could do that. He cocked his eyebrow at me. Then I suppose it's a good thing. Let's go. Wait, are we really going through with your plan? He stared at me for seconds that felt like hours before he finally talked, his voice rough. It had worked so far, right? But still, if you don't trust me, you're free to go back and... No! Like being doused with cold water, I didn't even let him finish that sentence. It was unthinkable. Then let's go. Not giving me any more time to protest, he walked away. And of course, I followed. There seemed to be nothing I could say that could change his mind. I swear, he was more stubborn than me. Now it was my turn to sigh, dreading how the future would turn out. I had no desire to even think about his plan. It was just... As long as you trust me, things will work out. His voice was barely above a whisper, and I couldn't see his face since his back was facing me, but it hit me in full force. He was serious, and he would see through his plan until the end. When we arrived at Lang Nadar, there was already a cluster of Komodo warriors waiting. They parted to sing upon us, making a way towards the middle of the village. It was the same exact place where the last performed the Cassie dance. So you decided to come? I thought you ran away with your tail tucked between your legs. Clearly I was mistaken. The warriors openly snickered. They had moved and formed a circle around us, just like the last time. Looks like your woman has something to say. Why? Anger spiked within my chest. He had played with the blue crystal, corrupted it, exploited its uses for his own gain, and killed many innocent people in the process. For what? Why are you going this far? He killed so many people. I stopped for a while when I remembered the screams and the bloods and the horror in their eyes. What drives you to do something so despicable? Isn't it enough? It's not. It's not barely enough to cover what I have bared for so many years. Purba gave me a chilling smile before shifting his eyes to Rexha. Wait, what do you mean? Besides, I'm just taking what originally belongs to me. Isn't that right, Rexha? Red eyes flared with smothering anger. My father was originally Lang Nadar's village chief, but Silva killed my father so he can take his place. My father never killed him. He was sick and gave his rights to my father. What a convenient lie. Purba pointed his finger at Rexha. He took my place. I'm supposed to be the next chief in line, but he stole it. Oh my gosh, Tamara's face is like, what? Silva gave everything to his worthless son, not even after I gave him those scars. Every word was laced with unspeakable hatred, and Purba's shoulders quietly heaved up and down. Suddenly, as abruptly as the rage came, he stopped, eyes widened as if he just remembered something. But the goddess still have some mercy on me. I found the blue crystal's true power, and that's why I decided to take it by force. Purba crackled. His voice was tingled with madness. But then, why should I be the chief of one measly village when I could have so much more? Now that would make my father proud. You've got to be kidding me. Is power really that important for you? So important that mind controlling your brethren and sacrificing so many lives are justified? That is a stupid question. In this world, the strong will always devour the weak. I will overcome the injustice ahead since years ago, and I will prevail. The ones who died only have themselves to blame for being weak. Oh, that bastard. I was about to scream or slap some sense in him. But Rexha stopped me and touched my shoulder. He shook his head. Emerald eyes conveying some irritation. Men who have been addicted to power cannot be reasoned with. Believe me, I've tried. Now enough of the idle chatter. Oh shoot! My eyes could barely follow Purba's movement. He was much faster than before. What the heck? He's taking some steroids? But much to my relief, Rexha managed to dodge them. Holy crap. It was nerving how I had to watch Rexha barely able to dodge Purba's strikes. Even more so when Purba danced around avoiding Rexha's attacks. Slippery as always, eh? But for how long? Purba took out his knife and feinted a slash, making Rexha stumble backwards before tackling him to the ground and... What? You! How could you? I immediately ran to Rexha's side. He was clutching his ankle. Purba, the bastard crushed Rexha's formerly injured ankle with his knee. Oh! You're kidding me! The mortifying sound of a broken bone was unmistakable. What happened to the pink... I'm sorry, I'm so speechless. I just read that and I was like, what? I sucked in a sharp breath when I saw the pink crystal had fallen from Rex's pocket to the tall grasses near the tree which held the blue crystal. It must have fallen where Purba tackled him. That was why it couldn't protect Rexha. Oh, shit. Oh! Rex's cries of pain wrenched my heart, cracking it into pieces. The sound of warriors laughing around me only made it worse. An eye for an eye. Now, where were we? Hey! The red-eyed devil threw me aside and pulled Rexha's hair, forcing him to stand. Oh yeah, go, Sir Purba. Teach that one girl his place. Serves him right. Rexha, Shut up, come on, woman. Get out of the Sir Purba's way. You don't have the villagers protecting you like back then, so you better watch out. Not even allowing me to give a word of encouragement, I could only stand there and watch the unfairness of it all. Rexha, come on, give me the signal already. Hurry up, Rexha. Slowly, Rexha managed to support his weight. Not so high and mighty again, are you? I'm not finished yet. Snarling, Rexha began to change, his nails sharper, fangs growling, and his eyes dilating. That's more like it. After developing similar features, Purba wielded his whip with his right hand confidently and pounced. Whips met each other in the air and rattled as Rexha tried desperately to push his opponent away, but it was Purba who pressed forward. Oh no. A wound gaped across Rex's thighs and blood poured out, but Purba didn't stop. Rexha, give the signal, please. What's the matter? If you don't start dodging, you'll die from blood loss. With so many wounds and a broken ankle, Rexha finally dropped to his knees. He used his whip to support him, refusing to go down. When our eyes met, he gave me a look that clearly said, "Don't interfere." So stubborn. I gasped, but Purba slammed his fist into Rexha's face, knocking him to the ground. Red blood pooled beneath Rexha, and there was so much blood I couldn't barely watch. Where did all your bravado go? Defeat me, you say? Oh. Why? Purba bashed Rexha's face into the ground, and Rexha wheezed. His breath came in short gasps. Stop it! I couldn't stand it anymore. I couldn't just watch him get tortured like this. Oh, I almost forgot about you. Grabbing a fistful of Rex's hair, he yanked and forced him to face me. How about now? Do you still trust your Prince Charming? I held back tears that were threatening to fall when I saw Rex's swollen face. Blood was pouring out from his mouth and nose, but what stopped me from using the explosives I had was his eyes. The light in his eyes were still alive, bright and as clear as ever, unyielding. The message was clear. Trust me. Gathering my remaining courage in my chest, I met Purba's malicious red eyes. Yes, I still trust him. That was my determination. This was my sole resolution. I trusted Rexha with my life. Purba let an animalistic snarl before slamming Rexha's face to the ground again. Rexha, can you start with your plan? I trust you, but man, the weak should bow down before the strong. How stubborn can you both be? In his rage, Purba mercilessly drove his whip again and again until he finally grabbed Rex's arm and bashed him against the blue crystal tree trunk. I think it's time to finish this. My breath was caught in my throat when Purba pulled out a familiar knife. It was the same knife he used to stab Granny. No, don't! In that instant, I lost my voice, along with my strength, and sat on the ground. Blood was dripping freely from where Purba had stabbed him, coating both of them in blood. After years of denial and rejection, I had finally done it. Now I'm the one who will rule this clan. No, this whole island. Purba roared with laughter while the crowd around us cheered. Their loud laughter echoed through the field, but I couldn't hear them. I couldn't hear or see a single thing. My whole being was focused on Rexha's bloodied, mangled body. This can't be happening. Silent tears rolled down my cheek in fat drops. If I knew this would happen, I would never agree to his plan. Pain and agony ripped my chest when I realized how still Rexha was. Did he stop breathing? Please, that's had to be a nightmare, I hiccuped. A suffocating sadness and pain flowed through my chest. It was useless to rub away the tears. They just kept coming like a river until... Huh? What is this? A hand was clamped down on Purba's hand, which was holding the deeply burrowed knife. Release me at once, you imbecile. No matter how hard Rexha pulled, or Purba pulled, he couldn't pull his knife out. Don't kill me off yet. Rexha! Tamara, do it now. What? Now. In my sorrow, I didn't realize one thing. He motioned his face, and there it was. The pink crystal was within Rexha's reach. He had just hunched down a little, which means the plan. Fumbling with my hands, I reached for my explosive and... What are you planning? Let's go to hell. Threw all of them at once towards Purba. While praying for Rex's safety, I slipped between the distracted and confused commandos. I pray to God those are just flash bombs, but man. When I was close enough, I took aim and... Oh, yes! A flash of intense light lit up the entire clearing, so blinding that it forced me to close my eyes. It drowned everything. The last thing I saw was Rexha, smiling ruefully. Aw. What? My string? What the heck happened to that? No, the blue crystal. I feel weak. What's happening to all of them? My strength. It's gone. Rexha. Fresh blood poured from his gaping knife wound, staining my trembling hand red as I applied pressure to stop the bleeding. No, no, no. Stop bleeding, stop bleeding, stop bleeding, stop. God damn it. When it didn't stop, a murky, suffocating feeling bubbled deep inside the pit of my stomach. If this is what I get for trusting you, I will never trust you again. The blood wouldn't stop. I was literally sitting in a pool of blood. Rexha, answer me. Don't you dare leave me. I'll never forgive you if you die. Do you hear me? Stop nagging. I felt a weight went off my shoulders when I heard his voice, but it returned with revenge when Rexha's eyes flickered open and closed a few times. Don't close your eyes. I'll scream again and again if it would keep you awake. Idiot. Why are you crying? I'm just resting my eyes for a bit. I can't. It's so sad. He stopped breathing. I pressed my head into his chest. His heart stopped beating. Without wasting time, I did what I could think at the moment. CPR. I put the heel of my right hand on the center of his chest, placed my other hand on top, and then pressed down at a steady rate. I pressed. And I pressed. For about 30 compressions. I pinched his nose and breathed in 2 times, ignoring the iron taste of blood. I can't even, Rexha. But no matter how defiantly I repeated the process, his heart just refused to beat. No, no, no. He was getting colder and paler as the seconds ticked. The color was leaving his face, turning his lips blue. I put my head onto his chest, searching for that pounding sound. Please, please, please. Even a breath would do. This can't be happening. You said your plan would work. You didn't say anything about leaving me. My tears fell in large drops, dripped and trickled down his still face, almost like he was just sleeping. You said as long as I trusted you, things would work out. I trusted you, so why? I couldn't take it. Clinging to his chest, I cried, hitting him with my fist again and again. Please, help me. I was desperate. I beg you. Rexha! I reached out and caressed his cheek gently, just to make sure he was breathing. He was shivering and coughing bits of blood, but he was alive. A little calmer, I noticed that the bleeding gash on his stomach had stopped bleeding. It was all I could do not to burst in relieved tears. Favored by the goddess herself, I guess this is the end. I couldn't believe I forgot about Purba. Quickly, I went to protective mode and shielded Rexha with my body as best as I could. There was no way I would let him get anywhere near Rexha. Relax. I have no desire to kill you. The rage that had consumed him earlier had disappeared, replaced with an eerie calmness. His red eyes flickered on Rexha. He was prepared to die. I've lost. There's nothing to fight for anymore. Wait, where are you going? I'd rather go to the other side than be captured. You have to at least take responsibility. Don't take the easy way out. I knew it was bad news to preach at a psychotic man, but my stupid mouth couldn't stop running. Heh. At least now I know why he likes you so much. I shuddered as those crimson eyes glanced at me. They were glimmering with things that I couldn't identify. Just so you know, I will never forgive you for this. Whatever. See you on the other side. Purba walked towards the forest without looking back, and my eyes followed his figure until he was no longer visible. So I guess he's gonna commit suicide. That was the last time I saw Purba. With the blessing gone, the war Avi and Komodo had fought for so long came to an end. Just as we had predicted, the effects of the purple crystal had disappeared when the blessing broke. Every Komodo who had been controlled by the purple crystal's power became weak and no longer posed a threat for the avians. They could barely move their limbs, just like newborn babies, and were quarantined for further decisions. Her Chief Silva was in a very weak condition, and Granny Sukuma had volunteered to take care of him herself. Of course, they have something going on together. I would take Rexha to see his father if not for his own horrid condition. Rexha had barely cheated death. Granny and Ashley said it was truly a miracle that he was still alive. He had about 30 stitches in his guts from the knife wound, a few broken ribs and a broken ankle, a twisted knee, and many shallow wounds all over his body. He spent most of his time sleeping, looking like a living mummy with so many bandage wrappings. Needless to say, I stayed beside him every day. The future was still uncertain, but the Komodo villagers were surprisingly very cooperative, different from their warriors. Maybe there was still some hope for Avi and Komodo to live together in peace again. As for me, oh, the song. Don't. You know, sooner or later I have to meet her. Do what you want. Just be happy. Oh, Rexha! Oh. Thank you. Thank you. Here comes our winner. Congratulations, my dear. Oh, my sweet, sweet darling. You're so happy that you even shed some tears. Even till the end, you're still making fun of me. Sweetheart, I would never make fun of you. It's just not fair that you have to make me choose. Every prize has its price, my dear. Now, what will it be? Tick-tock, tick-tock. Shut it. I'm upset with you, okay? I'm sorry, guys. I want to stay. I need Rexha in my life. Sorry, Mom. Dad. I have someone I want to be with here. It's not like I was happy over there anyways. Guys, I finally finished. So happy. This music is amazing. I'm pretty sure there's a scene at the end of this. This music. So guys, while we're waiting for the credits to roll, I just want to talk about Nusantara. It was such an amazing game, but for me it was super long, and I probably will upload the other routes on my channel. It's a free game, so you guys can download it down in the description below, and you can get it and play. I'm so sad. I'm so glad I got Rexha, and that's the route I went with. Special thanks to my lecturers, Lamias, and definitely Stalkers. Again, I was running through the woods as if my life depended on it. Wait, what? I looked back to check on my pursuer, and my breath hitched when I saw him. He had a predatory grin on his face, and it scared me as much as it thrilled me. I sprinted through the woods with all my might and as fast as I could, not really knowing where to go, sensing that my pursuer was getting a bit too close. I skidded and pulled a sharp turn to the right. Yes, I let out a sound of triumph. But my glory was cut off with a heavy weight come crushing down on my back, knocking me to the ground. Gah. Psh. Cursing, I spat out a small amount of leaves to manage to get into my mouth. My hair even went loose from the impact. I quickly flipped on to my back, and there he was. Why was that vicious music on, okay? Rexha growled low in his throat and also affectionately into the crook of my neck. It seemed to be his new favorite spot. Do you really submit? My eyes narrowed at his smug tone. With adrenaline pumping into my veins, I decided to go for broke. I'm not going to give up that easily. What? I screamed before punching Rexha on his jaw. He was caught off guard by my punch, and I used that moment to get him off of me. Viva freedom! My hair waved wildly as I took off at an alarming speed, and I shuddered when I heard Rex's voice in the distance. Husky, aroused, and need was thick in his voice. You can run, but you can't hide. Bloody hell. Ignoring my burning lungs, I ran zigzagging through the forest. This time I didn't bother to look back to check. The heck? I shrieked when Rexha suddenly appeared right in front of me, and he managed to tackle me to the ground again. Leaves were flying from our impact, and I growled when I felt his lips on the curve of my neck again. Now, do you submit? No! As much as I enjoy chasing you, my patience is beginning to thin. He growled while forcing me to look at his face. His eyes were a few shades darker, and I gulped when I recognized the predatory look in his eyes. Nope, not yet, I said stubbornly before kicking him on the stomach, and I made sure it was a bit too close to his family jewels for comfort. Rexha snarled, and I managed to get off of me again. To my dismay, before I managed to roll over, Rexha reached faster and pinned my back with his weight. Submit to me. God damn! Rexha, calm your tits down. Growling, I tried to move my limbs, but it seemed my luck had run out. He locked both of my arms and legs with his own, and there was little I could do. The infuriating man growled again. And then he licked my neck. It sent ripples of electricity through my body. Submit and be my mate. Rolling my eyes at another of his romantic proposals, I groaned one last time before giving him my answer. Fine, I submit. I sighed and cringed when Rexha bit into the crook of my neck from behind. Drawing blood? Remind me again, why are we doing this? He didn't answer for a few moments, and he was still preoccupied with my neck. This is a mandatory ceremony before our wedding next week. Right. It was just my luck that there had to be a lot of strange ceremonies here. Hey, I know you're comfy up there, but can you get off of me? I think I'm losing the feelings in my arm. I was answered with aggressiveness and possessive growl. Mine. All mine. Rexha whispered, and I gasped when he nibbled. Yours, I agreed, a little breathless. Now, please get up. He licked twice and nuzzled into my neck one last time before reluctantly getting off me. I tried to get up while patting off any leaves that got stuck in my hair and clothes. But my legs gave up. Are you alright? I am too tired to walk back to Lang Nadar. Carry me? Rexha looked amused for a moment before complying with my request. He gently lifted me up into his arms, and I automatically circled my arms onto his shoulders. Aw, they're so cute together. It's been half a year since the Great War, and here I was in the progress of getting married. I was surprised, but I was not complaining. As soon as Rexha's wounds healed, he wanted me to claim me. No. But there was no such thing as courting in the Komodo tribe, so yeah. The relationship between avians and Komodo was still awkward at its best, but it was a lot better than before. With the blue crystal gone, the Komodo's madness was slowly but surely healing. The Komodo also stopped consuming avian meat, much to my and the others' relief. It was not like they couldn't eat other meat, and the Digdayas were more than happy to share their meat rations. But the most surprising thing was that my marriage to Rexha seemed to have a lot of positive responses from both sides. I looked up to my soon-to-be husband and caught him admiring my neck. So, I need to mark your neck too, at our wedding? Yes, after exchanging our vows, that is. In my world, couples were supposed to kiss at the altar, not marking their husband's neck. At the thought of marking him, my cheeks warmed. It seemed too intimate to be done in public. Do you miss your world? I would be lying if I said I don't, but I'd miss you more if I left you. Rexha looked surprised, and even more so when I kissed his neck before resting my head on the crook of his neck. Don't. Oh, I love to see him blush. I smiled before kissing his neck again. It was rewarded with a growl. Tamara? Oh, hush, I know you like it. I nuzzled in the crook of his neck before closing my eyes. The long chase finally took a toll on me, and my eyelids suddenly felt so heavy. The fact that I was really comfortable where I was also made me sleepy. If you left, I'll miss you more than you could imagine. Yawning, I thought I heard something else, but I was too sleepy and tired to hear the rest. Oh well, I'll just ask him about it later. We have to rest the rest of our lives together anyways. With that last pleasant thought, I let myself get overtaken by sweet darkness. The lizard and me? Oh, that's great! Okay guys, thank you guys for watching this with my playthrough of Nusantara. It's been so many episodes. This is the 33rd, 34th episode of this series, and it's the end. I'm so glad I finished this. I started this in June. I started this in January or February. I'm so glad to get it done, but I enjoyed it so much. Thank you guys for watching, and make sure you subscribe to my channel. comment down below, and see you guys soon.